So, Mr. Ashok Rawat is a civic activist, done some wonderful work, one of the most respected activists in Mumbai. He has a couple of points. One is on cooperative banks and one is on civic issues.
Honorable Chief Minister, one of the assurances we heard from you after you assumed office was that there will be a proper Right to Services Act in place. We thank you very much for the same. We wish to point out there are two acts which are already enacted and one act which will be passed under your leadership. And combining these three acts will make the life of the citizens very comfortable. The one act is RTI Act, of course, which is in place. Second act is prevention of delay in getting the work done, which is already enacted. Unfortunately, it was delayed because of the rules were not in place. It happened in November 2013. It contains an important provision of Citizens' Charter, which assures that some services will be available in time. And it is in place, Citizens' Charter is in place as far as government departments are concerned and some of the public authorities are concerned. In the draft that which you have circulated, which the citizens are supposed to react by 23rd of February, as far as Right to Services Bill is concerned, there is a flaw that the services which a citizen will be entitled to will be notified by the government. We wish to point out that when in the Prevention of Delays Act, there is already Citizen Charter which are framed by the same departments of the government, why the services should be notified. So we request you to look into this and see that there is not a separate notification needed for the services and those services can be presented.
I think basically the previous act was designed for the administrative purposes. The basic design to enact the previous law of delays in,
Prevention of Delays.
Yeah, Prevention of Delays Act. It was basically aimed at the administrative delays which happen in Mantralaya and in the offices. It was not particularly for the services, although it had a chapter of Citizens' Charter, but we feel that that was not enough. Now this notification is nothing but Citizens' Charter. Either you call it a Citizens' Charter. Now what we intend to do is that we want every office to notify the services or to come up with a Citizens' Charter. To notify the services, which are the services it has to give, in what time will it give the services, what are the paperwork which is to be done for giving those services, and with that notification or with that Citizens' Charter, he will have the responsibility to deliver the services. So maybe we felt that the earlier act was, there were some grey areas in the earlier act. Now this act deals directly with the services. And why we, normally in our assembly, there is no procedure of, keeping it for suggestions and objections before it goes to assembly. But this time we felt that we need more and more perspectives. So once the cabinet took decision on a draft, we have published it. That's not the ultimate draft. With the suggestions and objections and with the process of consultation, we would amend it suitably and then bring it in this session.
Thank you very much, sir. There is another flaw in this bill which has been circulated, which I would like to point out, and of course some activists will give you the suggestion beforehand. There is a scope for second appellate authority, which is right. But if after second appellate authority the services are not delivered, the citizen concerned doesn't get anything. And why not he should get a compensation? If even after second appellate authority orders that a service should be delivered and that service is not delivered, he deserves compensation. So I think this can be looked into.
We'll take note of it.
There is one point on cooperative banks which we would like to raise. Cooperative banks are doing good work in some rural areas, there is no doubt about it, and they cannot be replaced by any other financial institution as at present. But cooperative banks have got two bosses. One is Reserve Bank and another is Register of Cooperative Societies. I think Maharashtra can take a lead and say that Register of Cooperative Societies will not look into the financial transactions, the business of financial transactions of cooperative banks. And it will be solely left to the Reserve Bank of India. Thank you very much indeed, sir.